What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 49 here on the 52 Horrific Weeks 1988. I am your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for dropping in, guys. Alrighty, yeah, week 49. And yeah, put the remaining few films into that randomizer, hit that random button, and we have Night of the Demons. Oh yeah, the randomizer has been super nice lately. Basically, the last 4 weeks have been almost all classic type films, so kind of saving the best for last, I guess. But very interesting how it's working out like that. It's too bad this one didn't come up in October. You know, this being 2 weeks before Christmas seems kind of odd to be reviewing Night of the Demons, but you know, since it takes place on Halloween and whatnot. But of course, this movie is directed by Kevin Tenney. He's done actually two of my favorite. I love Witchboard. Witchboard's such a fantastic film that he did. I love that one. Among films, he's recently did a film called Brain Dead that was released by Vicious Circle Films a few years back. Fantastic film if you've never checked it out. I wish Kevin Tenney would direct more films, but yeah. The classic Night of the Demons. For the people that don't know the plot of this one, never seen this one, I imagine there's not too many people watching this review that have never seen this, but yeah, getting into the plot of this one. Basically, this one takes place on Halloween night. You've got Angela, the odd kid from high school and stuff. She has decided that she's going to throw a party at Hull House, and Hull House is basically an abandoned funeral home that housed a mass murder. There was a huge slaughter that happened at this house and whatnot, and it's been abandoned ever since this event happened and whatnot. So basically, the story follows your main character, Judy. She's invited to the party and whatnot. So her and a couple of her friends, and actually a bunch of friends, I think there's about 9 or 10 people in total characters in this film. Anyways, they all end up at Hull House, and they start having this party and whatnot. And of course, Angela, she's kind of a weirdo. She's into black magic and all that type of weird stuff, doing seances and shit. Anyways, she performs a seance and unleashes some evil demons. Evil demons, kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? Releases some demons. She gets possessed, and now it's just a fight for everyone's survival to get out of this house, because the house is kind of possessed in itself, and it's not allowing them to actually get outside. And yeah. So that's the premise of the film right there. Now, my thoughts on this one. Right from the opening credits in this movie, it's just an amazing piece of work to me. I think the opening credits are fantastic. It's very odd that they did them in... it's animated, but the opening, the theme music for Night of the Demons is so fucking awesome. It's one of my favorite themes to an 80s horror film of all time. I absolutely love it. Actually, in the special features, I think Kevin Tenney even talks about why they went with the animation for the beginning of the film. I think at first he didn't think it was a good idea. I think he might have got talked into it or something like that, but I'm glad they did, because I think it kind of works. It doesn't it's kind of odd even when you watch it today that they went with this or even thought about doing it like that, but it works. It doesn't take anything away from the film and stuff, but opening credits, fantastic. One of the coolest things about this movie is the characters. Now, the characters in this film are all memorable. It's kind of like Return of the Living Dead to me. It just has a bunch of characters in the film that are so memorable. Suzanne, played by Leanna Quigley, she's super memorable in this one, notably for her. The opening shot of her in this film is her bending over in a convenience store with her ass hanging out. It's just fantastic. She looks great in this film. Of course, Angela, who is the main demon in this film, she's just so awesome. You got Stooge. He's just he's the bigger dude with a fucking mullet, shaved lines inside the head, who has all the one-liners, and he's really loud and obnoxious, super memorable, with his famous line, "Eat a bowl of fuck," which Kevin Tenney actually wrote on this for me when he signed it, which I thought was so awesome. Judy, she's the lead character. She's fucking absolutely beautiful. You got Sal. I believe he is the Italian. He's kind of an asshole, but at the same time super likable. And that's another really cool thing about this film, is that all the characters are actually likable in this film. You don't really hate anybody, which is super cool. I really like that about the film. Love the setting of this one. It's fantastic. I can't remember. I think the house used was a real house. I think they might have just fixed up or whatever. I can't quite remember. I have watched all the special features on here, but it was a while ago. I actually watched all the special features coming back from Wasteland last year, which is odd, on a plane. So it's been it's been a while since I've seen them all, but it does explain how they did that and stuff. But yeah, the setting, the atmosphere is fantastic in this movie. The score, the soundtrack, the sound design, everything works so well in this film. It's very, very well done for a relatively low budget film. Now, the effects in this film are some of the most memorable effects I've ever seen on film. There's one scene in this film that's always been kind of burned in my mind, and I always love how they did it. And they do explain in the features how they did this special effect, but it's the lipstick in the boob, in Leanna Quigley's boob gag that they did. It's not overly a hard effect to do, but it just looks so damn cool. Even on Blu-ray, it looks really neat how they did it. There's another scene in this film with eye gouging. Everybody knows that watches my videos. I have this thing with eyes. It makes me cringe to the point where I'm just like, oh my god, so bad. There's a double eye gouge that happens in this film. It's pretty nasty. Among other effects, everything in this film is really well done. So, they utilize the budget quite well and stuff. But there's not really anything bad to say about this one. It's just a bunch of kids partying. They get possessed and. That's the story, man. There's just so much happening in this one. I absolutely fucking love it. I think the coolest thing is the location, though. The house used in this is just phenomenal. I do believe that they built the walls around this place like it was totally abandoned or whatever, but I think that's one of the things that they actually built walls. And to make it look like there's walls all around and stuff, they just kind of shot close up and whatnot, which is really interesting. But yeah, phenomenal cast in this one. Great lines, great music. Just there's nothing bad to say about this one. I really don't know what else to say. I love the ending in the film too. Kind of surprising, who makes it to the end and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, great overall film. Not a bad thing to say. I really don't have anything bad to say about this one. I can watch it all the time. I know a lot of people kind of save these films for October and stuff, considering it is a film based on Halloween. But I can watch it 2 weeks before Christmas kind of thing. But yeah, just a fantastic flick, man. Kevin Tenney really on point with this one from 1988. Great flick. And yeah, if I had to rate this one, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 because this film actually is in my top 30 of all time. Pretty much every film in that list is either 9.5 or 10 out of 10 from myself, my personal ratings. I don't know why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10. I can't even really pinpoint one thing that I would change, or that I dislike about the film. Not that I would change anything in films, but that I dislike about the film. But I don't know. Great flick, Night of the Demons. I'm sure everybody watching this checked it out, but those are my thoughts on it. Characters, man, it makes the film. That great fucking score and music and stuff, man, just awesome. This movie to me is exactly what I love about the 80s. It has everything that I love about the 80s. Great music, just everything. So, Night of the Demons, 9.5 out of 10. Week 49, I got 3 more reviews left in this series, guys. So who knows what's going to come up next. Like I said, it's been a pretty fucking good run the last few weeks. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you in week 50, and talk to you guys then. Peace out.